Here's 2025 and the electric scooter market. The competition is really heating up. Now, we've ridden this scooter, the simple one, not this per se, but a version of this 2.5 years back. And this is the updated 2025 simple one. Over the period of the last 2.5 years, the company has worked upon its technology, its software, and they have brought about a few changes that make the scooter a much more complete and rounded product. And we are going to have a look at the scooter, its features, ride it, and tell you everything that you need to know about the 2025 Simple One. Now, speaking about the design of the Simple One, I have always been a fan of this design. They have not changed a lot in terms of design, but just look at the scooter. It does look really nice. It does look a futuristic scooter. I especially love this apron, the front apron. It's sharp, it's sporty, and I also like how the headlamp has been integrated into the apron itself. You get LED headlamps, you have a high beam right here, and you have the small simple logo, a very nice detail inside the headlamp cluster. Here you have the simple branding, and the apron itself has nice cuts and creases for some aerodynamics. Also, if you see this, you get these wings right here on the side, and these wings integrate the turn indicators. Now all the lighting is LED. I also like how the DRLs have been integrated on the cowl of the scooter, and you have this sharp Batman ears like finish. It does give it a really nice character, and because it's dual tone, it looks nice, it looks sporty, and it does look a little different from all the scooters that are available out there. Now, coming to the side of the scooter also, if you notice, it is a very smart looking scooter, and the rear handle right here, it has been designed really well. It really looks as if it has come out from Batman's weapon chest. There have been changes on this rear grab rail. It was much more sharper before, but now it is subtle, functional, yet it looks very nice. Coming to the rear, the tail lamp, nice sharp looking tail lamps, looks very sporty, and you have this tapering design at the back which completes the sporty look. Now in terms of wheels, you get 12-inch wheels with disc brakes at the rear and at the front. Here you have the swing arm, and you'll see this monoshock suspension and the motor which is housed right here. Now, one very unique thing about the Simple One has been its dual batteries. Yes, you heard me right. If you've not known about the scooter has two batteries. Now, one of those batteries is housed right here in the floorboard. This is a 3.7 kilowatt hour battery, and the other one is right here. This is a 1.3 kilowatt hour battery pack that you can actually remove, take it home, charge it, and bring it back. And it's very easy to install back. Now, this weighs about 10 to 11 kgs, so it's not that heavy. It's easy to take out and carry to your home. You can charge it there, or you can carry it to your office where you can charge it to. Now this is the charging brick for the charger, and it is quite a heavy unit. So if you have this at your home, you'll probably leave it at your home, but if you want to travel with it, you can use up the space. The space right here is 30 liters, and it can house a medium-sized helmet very comfortably. Also, you have illumination right here. You have a Type A USB port right here. So all the necessities have been covered here. You get everything that you need here. Now, the beauty of this is that this is a swappable battery. So if you run out of juice, you can swap the battery and you can get about 50 kilometers of range by just swapping that battery. Now let's talk about range. Combine these two batteries and you get a total battery pack of 5 kilowatt hour, which promises a range of 212 kilometers on a full charge. This is not the real world number, but in real world, you should get anywhere between 160 to 180 comfortably. Now, the scooter has 4 riding modes: economy, ride, dash, and sonic. And obviously, the longer range is going to come in the eco mode. Let's talk about the performance in each mode a little later. More about the design, let me show you what the ergonomics are like. The scooter is pretty light and the seat height is a little tall, so maybe shorter riders won't be able to flat foot like I am. My height for reference is 5'10" and I can flat foot very easily, but if you're someone around 5'2", 5'1", you will have to tiptoe on the scooter. Now you get a 164.5 mm of ground clearance, which is pretty decent, and overall the ergonomics are pretty nice. You have a lot of room here because there is no board in the front. There is no way that your knees will foul against the scooter, but some scooters the knees will foul against the front apron, but here there is no scope of that because it's pretty spacious right here. The floorboard itself is pretty flat, but it's not very wide, so carrying something like a gas cylinder won't be possible on this. You do get this hook to carry your groceries and other stuff, so you can hang your luggage right here. And besides that, it's a pretty comfortable scooter. The seat itself has a nice support, it has nice cushioning, and you'll be pretty comfortable on a longer journey. The pillion seat is a little short, as you can see, and it's a very wide, so it should give a good amount of comfort for the pillion, but the space to move around is pretty limited. The newer scooters have, like the Ather or the Bajaj Chetak, they have nice big seats and they are really comfortable. Now let's check out the instrument console of the scooter, where most of the updates have happened. You get this nice tone and a welcome, and this is the layout of the instrument console. Now it is very intuitive, very easy to use, and you get all the details on the screen. As you can see, the motor is off, so it shows motor off right here because of the side stand. So it has that safety feature built in where if you engage the side stand, the motor is going to cut off. You have a trip meter here, you have trip A, then you have the current trip. Here you have trip A, trip B, and you can very easily reset these trips as well. So let me reset trip B for you. So this is the refresh button. I just press it and it will reset itself. My only concern with this is the control points right here. They're very small, so if you're wearing gloves, it could get a little difficult to handle it. Right here you have your average speed, you have the odometer, you have the speedometer in the center. Here you have the battery SOC, and you have all the ride modes here. The ride modes can be changed with this toggle switch right here. This is to go to the left, I mean increase the ride mode. If you want to decrease it, you use this button. So right now we are on eco, it shows 175 kilometers of range. If you go to ride, the range goes down 126. You can go to dash 104, and you can go to sonic where the range is 86. The SOC is 93%, so when it's fully charged you will get a little more range. Here you have the parking feature, so if you engage this, you can take the scooter forward, it goes into parking mode, and the maximum speed that it will do will be 3 kilometers per hour. Same is for the reverse, so you can engage reverse and you can bring the scooter back at the same speed. Right here you have the menu button, and here you have your dashboard. So right here now you can, with the help of the simple app, you can upload your driver's license, your registration certificate, and the vehicle insurance. You have all the vehicle details right here, and your name will be mentioned here, the model of the scooter, the color, registration, VIN number will be mentioned here. You can go to my vehicle, and here you have the TPMS. The TPMS is also very intuitive. If you just give it a glance, you'll be able to know if the air pressure is proper or not. So right now it has optimum air pressure, but if the tire pressure goes down a little, these tires will turn yellow, and if they are very low, it will go red. So you understand what the condition of the tire pressure is. Right here you also have this odometer. This is the battery charge status, the main battery and the portable battery. Now if you look at this, it is split, and how the scooter works is it will deplete the main battery first and then it will switch to the portable battery once the main battery is depleted. Here you have all the customizations, so you can change the theme color, you can change the brightness of the screen, you can switch to auto brightness or you go to a full brightness. In terms of brightness, the legibility of the display is very good in harsh sunlight as well. Here you have the connectivity, so it shows which device has been connected. You can control all that the phone can do while it is connected. Here you have emergency contact details, and here you have the software information. So that was the display. This does more. So what you can do is navigation. So this has Map My India maps built in, and you can simply search for your location and it will. So let's say we are in Bangalore, so we'll say Nandi Hills, and it will show me the distance, the time it will take. It will also show me the battery SOC with the mode I'm riding in, and if I start trip, I'll also get the speedometer right here. So it shows 39.4, 1 hour and 1 minute. And if I switch the mode, it will also change the color right here. So I know which mode I'm riding in. Blue is for ride, yellow is for dash, and red is for sonic. So pretty intuitive, it looks very nice. Everything is integrated onto the scooter itself. Beside that, it has calling features where you can control calls, you can answer them, reject them, and you also have music where you can control your music, push the track forward or backward, and you can also play and pause music. So a lot of these features were not available in the previous version, and now they have been made available on the scooter. The app is rolling out soon, so all the features will be rolled out onto the new scooters, and existing users will also be able to use all of this very easily. The button layout has been changed a little bit. So the ignition was here before, but it has been integrated on this button itself. So this is to stop the motor completely. This is to get it into ignition mode, and to start the motor, you press the brake and this button and the motor will be on. It won't go on because the side stand is engaged right now. Here you have all the toggle switches. This is to control the volume, and this is the reverse button. Now on this side you have the headlight control, so the high beam, the low beam, and you have the upper dipper. This is again a new button, it was not available in the previous one. Here you have the turn indicators, where you have the sound also. The sound can be turned off as well, and this is the horn. So that was the overall scooter, a complete walk around and rundown of what has changed. Now let me show you the parking feature. So you get onto the scooter, turn the motor on. The motor is on right now. I want to put it in reverse, and as I open the throttle, the scooter will move back. Now if I want to cancel it, I just hit reverse again once, and now I can go forward. So the reverse function is pretty intuitive and it's very easy to use. Anyone in your family can use it. Now let's talk about these mirrors. They are very nicely designed. I like the design on them. Nice and wide right here at the corners, and it gives you a good view of what's coming from behind. So kudos to Simple on the design of the mirrors. I really like them. Now the bigger question, how does it ride? So let's get riding, and I'll be back and tell you what the scooter rides like. Now, after riding the scooter, let me first get the specs sheet out of the way. 8.5 kilowatt is the motor capacity, and it produces 11.4 bhp of power. It is similar to the Ola S1 Pro. So these two are one of the most powerful scooters in the segment. Well, this is a very surprising scooter. It surprised me when I rode it the first time, and after the improvements, it has been much better than what it was before. Now, Obviously, there are 4 riding modes: the Eco, the Ride, the Dash, and the Sonic. Now, the Eco mode on the scooter is very interestingly tuned because this does not feel like an eco mode at all. It feels like a mid-riding mode of the competitive scooters like the Ola S1 Pro, the TVS iQube ST, or you have the Ather 450X. So their mid-riding mode is what this eco mode performs like. It gives a lot of power where you need it, and in city you can easily ride with the eco mode. You will not feel that the scooter does not have enough power to ride it fast or make an overtake. It has ample power, and the top speed that I was able to achieve with the eco mode was close to 52 kmph. In the ride mode it goes up to 65, in the dash it goes up to 85, and in the Sonic it goes all the way to its top line, which is 105 kilometers per hour. But this eco mode was really surprising because what happens in electric scooters usually is when we are riding, we tend to move to the city mode, and because we need that kind of performance while we are riding even in the city, the eco mode could be used in traffic conditions where you don't have to make overtakes or have to ride very slow. But this one is pretty good, and you can use it more often than you will use the dash mode. The ride mode itself is something that you might not end up using because it does have ample power. It does give you that overtaking speed. It has a cutoff of 65 kmph. But then the next mode, dash, it's a more fun to ride mode, and that's the mode that you would want to ride on the highway. So the tuning of the modes is done in a way where you will get more range, but the performance that you would expect from an electric scooter, this does kind of exceed it within its mode. And I feel that's the reason why this has 4 modes instead of 3, which other scooters have. And the Sonic mode is a blast. I mean, you can just twist the throttle and the scooter will just go. It is a joy to ride it in the Sonic mode. It will pick up speed very quickly, and all the other scooters around you will be in your rear view mirror. I also want to touch upon the ride mode once again. The ride mode, I felt it is more closely matched to what an ICE scooter would deliver. The power delivery in that is pretty similar, like a normal Activa or a TVS Jupiter would perform. The 110cc scooters, that's the kind of performance you get in the ride and the dash mode. Now, another improvement that this scooter has is the regen when you are braking. Before, the scooter had only coasting regen, but now when you brake as well, the regen still happens. Now, one unique feature about this is, if you're coming, and you would appreciate this if you're coming from a normal ICE scooter to an electric, the regen, when you let the throttle go, it does not kick in instantaneously. So with a lot of electric scooters, what we've seen is, because of the coasting regen, as soon as you let the throttle go, you get a jerk because the scooter kind of slows down and you move forward. There is a slight jerk that you feel, but that does not happen on this. The coasting regen is not very harsh on the scooter, so you don't get that forward jerk as soon as you let the throttle go. In terms of the braking regen, yes, it is pretty good. You can feel when the brakes are applied, you have this stronger resistance, and we've not tested it a lot, so we need to ride the scooter a lot more to understand how the regen is affecting the overall range of the scooter. Now let's talk about some of the things that I did not like, or some of the things that still need a little bit of improvement. Now, the coasting regen itself, when you let the throttle go, you will feel a resistance in the wheels, and it's not a very nice feeling. You feel like there is something stuck in the wheel, and there is this jarring sound that you will get. You won't feel it when you're riding a little fast, but you will feel it when you are riding very slow. And I think that this can be rectified with certain tweaks to how the regen works, and it is very much fixable. Second thing, the throttle response is not very accurate, is what I would say. The Ather 450X has a very good throttle response, and this one, the throttle itself feels very light. As you can see, there's hardly any resistance, and because of that, you don't know how much of throttle to open to get the best performance. So this can be reworked, and this can be made better. Another thing is the suspension. Overall, the ride quality is pretty decent. The rear suspension works really nicely. I don't know why, because of the battery here or how the weight distribution is, but the front suspension is pretty harsh. And if you are on a very bad patch of road, you will find the entire front moving and vibrating a lot, and that is not a very nice feeling when you are riding, because all the vibrations will be shifted to your wrists and your hands. So the front suspension also needs a little bit of tweaking. Besides that, overall the build quality, the fit and finish of the scooter is pretty nice. I like what the scooter looks like. The range is pretty decent. Now, we've been getting accurate numbers on what the scooter shows on the display. So it's not going off by a lot, maybe 1 or 2 kilometers, which is absolutely fine. But overall, what the software shows here is pretty much what you're going to get in reality. So, to sum up, overall, this has been a very good improvement on what we have seen, on what we have ridden in the past, and what we have seen here today. This scooter has come a long way, and it is now much more recommendable than it was before. Now I can safely say that this is a very good contender in the entry level scooter space, and it can go toe to toe with the Ather 450X, the Ola S1 Pro, the TVS iQube ST, and also the Bajaj Chetak. What we need to know is the plans that Simple Energy has to build customer touchpoints, their after sales service. They have already committed that by the end of 2026 they will have 400 customer touchpoints all across India, which is very nice and reassuring for customers who are going to buy in to the Simple Energy family. Apart from this, they have one more variant, the Simple Dot 1, which does not have the portable battery, but it comes with the same 3.7 kilowatt hour battery pack that is in the Flowbird. Now, because of the Simple Dot 1 does not get the portable battery, so that weight is cut off, the 10-11 kg goes off, so it actually is more quicker than the Simple 1. In terms of warranty, you get a standard 3-year warranty across the board. For the scooter, the motor, the battery and the motor, you can get an extended warranty of up to 8 years. You have 6 colors available. This is the azure blue, you have grace white, you have brazen black, you have Namma red, and there are 2 more dual tone options, and all those colors will be on the screen right now. Now the scooter is priced at 1.66 lakhs ex showroom, which is a little pricier than its competition, but what it does is it does offer the convenience of a portable battery pack and a static battery pack. So it does give you that added convenience. So if you have the home charger at home, you want to charge your scooter when you're at work, you can simply carry the battery, charge it up, and fix it back again. So you get that extra flexibility of 50 kilometers. You know that at the back of your mind, that is like a reserve tank that will take you home or to the nearest charging station. And if you want to see how this fares up against its competitors, you will have a detailed comparo sheet in the next screen. So the Simple Energy Simple 1, yes, it is now a scooter that I can recommend for first-time EV buyers. And if you're in the market for an electric scooter, if this is available in your city, definitely go check it out, because it does give you the best performance in the segment. It will give you the best range in the segment, and it also gives you the convenience of a swappable battery pack. Overall, the design is also very nice. I like how it looks. It looks pretty different from whatever is available in the market, and it does look like a distinct scooter, a very nice scooter. And the software, the features that it offers are also at par with its competition. So definitely check it out, ride it for yourself, and then you can decide if you want to buy the scooter or not. Let me know if you have any questions about the scooter in the comments below. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions. If I have missed out on anything, put your questions down in the comments below, and subscribe to Motoroids if you haven't already. Press that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload our next video. This is Vipul signing off. I will see you in the next one. Until then, rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.